Please go subscribe to the Rumble channel for Franchise Sports TV under the name FSTV22. Now, I'm using that Rumble channel for any purposes of me getting kicked off YouTube and also for more of my spicier joints. It's free as well. I have the freedom to say whatever I want to say as well. So go subscribe to FSTV22. That is Franchise Sports TV 22 on Rumble.
Good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. Before I begin, like the video. Please like the video. Liking the video will help me. Well, not so much me, but yeah, I guess it will be me. And the channel and the algorithm. It will promote me better in the algorithm. This video will be seen more by more people. The more likes I get for this video. You should have more than 4 likes. But sometimes I do say this though. It's something I realized about YouTube for the last, how long I've been on here and doing videos. Probably 5 years now. Not on this channel, but my other channel. YouTube likes to play games when it comes to the likes. And sometimes YouTube takes the likes away. I realized that with it. Yeah. But anyways. But make sure you like the video. Donate to the Cash App. Oh shoot. Link it down below. I don't know why this code won't leave me. And let's get to the video. It wasn't a good night for the city of Phoenix. If you was a Diamondbacks fan, you saw your team get rocked by the Texas Rangers in the World Series in Game 4. I looked at turn on the game. It was 11-0 one point in time. The Rangers did kind of coast for the rest of the game until the Diamondbacks came back slowly. But that game, it was 11-0. It's the equivalent to being up by 40 in football or even basketball, and then the team just comes back a little bit when it doesn't really matter. They just play for pride at that point, because the final score for that game was 11-7. Rangers are up now 3-1. Well, Game 5 tonight, still at Chase Field out here. Either the Rangers can win the World Series, I think it will be their first World Series win, or the Diamondbacks can extend this to another game and take it back to Arlington, Texas. But you guys don't want to hear about baseball. But anyways, like I said, it was just a terrible night for anybody that was a Diamondbacks or Suns fan, because right next door, was it across the street? No, right next door, the Suns played the San Antonio Spurs. They got their first look at Victor Wembanyama. And I didn't watch this game in its entirety because I had to do some other stuff. But I was keeping up with the score. At one point in time, well, most of the game, the Suns were whooping on the Spurs. And one time I looked back, they was up by 22 points in the third quarter. 22 points in the third quarter. And then probably a half hour or 20, 30 minutes later, I said a half hour and 30 minutes later, probably the estimation of time, I don't know how much of a time gap it was. I see that the Spurs came back. It was 112 to 107, I think it was. I was like, damn, Spurs came back. And then I go back to what I was doing. And then I get on YouTube, happen to get on YouTube accidentally. I did this by accident. I see Ticket TV's live stream, post-game live stream, and it says that the Spurs came back and won by 1 point. I was like, how in the hell? They was up by, Suns were up by 22. So I looked at some of the highlights, and the game winner was caused by a KD turnover, a Kevin Durant turnover. Turns over the ball to Keldon Johnson, ends up practically winning the game for him late in the fourth. And I know Suns and Diamondbacks fans are waking up this morning, especially Diamondbacks fans, hurt, because they know it possibly could be the last game tonight. But anyways, back to the Suns. I know. So I got you. You got your LeBron stands, your crazed LeBron stands, and you got your crazed KD fans as well, or stands too. But last night furthers my point and how I say KD can no longer lead a team. You're up by 22 points. This time, everybody chipped in. Grayson Allen chipped in. Eric Gordon, everybody chipped in to help. You're supposed to lead this team, right? You're supposed to lead this team to victory against this young, inexperienced Spurs team. The most experienced part of this team is Greg Popovich as the coach. You're supposed to lead this team, KD. By continuing to keep hearing KD is not a leader. Well, when is he finally, once again I ask this question, when is he finally going to be a leader and lead this team? Because certainly Devin Booker is not a leader. Bradley Beal is not a leader, apparently. And everybody going to say, those two didn't play last night. Well, like I said before, Suns were up by 22. That's leadership. A leadership problem with KD. He has to lead. You can't keep giving this excuse. Oh, he's not a leader. No more of this. You can't keep building super teams and failing them. He gets away with this crap too. Yeah, they rang on LeBron James about it, but he needs to smoke too. KD needs to smoke too. It just seems there's three people that always seem to keep building super teams or find themselves on super teams. Kevin Durant, James Harden, and LeBron James always find themselves on super teams. Easy money sniper. It should be called silence money sniper. Because he ain't it though. He ain't it anymore. He just not it. And I think age is slowly catching up with him as well too. And I saw it last year when he first got to the Suns and they played Denver Nuggets in the playoffs. I was like, age has gotten to him. It doesn't even help that that's happening. But it doesn't help that he cannot no longer, when he hasn't never led a team. He needs a dog with him. That's his problem. If he is not a leader, he needs a dog with him. But ain't no dogs on the Phoenix Suns. When he was on Golden State, there was one. As much as I don't like Donkey from Shrek, he was on everybody's ass on Golden State. When KD was in OKC, it was Russ. Since he's not on those two teams anymore, since he's been on Brooklyn, no dogs on Brooklyn. Not one. Kyrie is not one. James Harden is certainly not one. And there's nobody on the Suns that's certainly not a dog. So I expect more in the same of KD and KD-led team this year. Decent team in the regular season. Playoffs, failure. And I no longer want to hear Giannis' name mentioned with KD anymore about anything. Because he's slowly starting to prove that he ain't it. And if it wasn't for Golden State, he'll be ringless. Those are just the breaks. I'll holler at y'all later.